What's up guys, this is Chris from VFX On, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to make an electric Saber text intro which looks something like this. So yeah, that's how it looks. And before we start, I would really appreciate if you guys could subscribe, and if you could like this video, share it with your friends, because that really does help. So yeah, please subscribe. Anyways, let's get into After Effects, and we need to make a new composition. Okay, so first we need to make a new composition, and let's name it main. The size, let's see, let's go with high definition. I'm gonna go with a preset here, high definition TV. You can change maybe even to 60 frames per second. I'm gonna stick with the default. The length 10 seconds, that's gonna be okay. Click OK. And now, okay, and we're gonna simply type our text. So I'm gonna type VFX on. Okay, now let's center it. Something like this. Looks like center. And I'm gonna just go with something a bit more light. So something like that. Okay. And we just need this text to use for the Saber effect. Okay, and now we need a new solid black and name it Saber. And let's uncheck it so we don't see. And the setup for the Saber effect is pretty much going to be exactly the same for every letter, but for now I'm going to focus on the X, because in the preview every letter starts from the X. So yeah, I'm gonna take a pen tool and I'm just gonna simply create a mask. Let's say from this corner of letter X to this corner right here. Then let's say from this corner right here to here. And I think for each, or in total, I don't remember exactly, but I think in total in total, I had about 6 separate mask lines on each letter. But you know, you can make as many as you want. So, and also you can make them longer, like adjust their size and everything. They don't have to be fixed. You know, they can vary and be different. So, but again, that's totally up to you. That's totally up to your taste, how you want it to look and everything. So this is pretty free. You can do however you like it. There is no like rule or anything how it should be. So let's do like this. And oops, then the last one here. Let's go really long out here like that. And then out here to the middle. Something like that. Maybe just move it like that. Maybe this right here. Like that. Something like this. So that's just for the letter X. And now we're going to go to the Saber effect, which is by videocopilot, and you should have it. I'm going to drop it on here. Oh, I already did. Okay, turn that off. And we have in total 6 separate masks. Okay, and I'm gonna quickly change some settings. Intensity, I'm gonna set that to 22. And there are also a lot of cool different options that you can select here from the preset if you like any of these. And again, this is totally up to you. This is totally up to your taste. And I mean, there are a lot of great settings. Glow bias, I'm going to change that to 0.69, and these settings are fine. And now let's check customize core, and here we're going to select from core type, we're going to take layer mask. And now you can see we have shining. All these masks that we just created are shining now. And start size, I'm going to set it to 41. Okay, so it's not, I mean, you can change however you like, again, like I said, but for me, I think 41 looks the best. As you can see, some lines and everything. Sometimes, yeah, they go together, but you can reduce that if you want and make them less, see, like that. But again, totally up to you. and core softness to 2.4, and later we're gonna change some settings here. For example, end size, as you can see, it just goes like that. You see end size and everything. So yeah, we're gonna play with that later on, but now let's just leave it at 100. Now let's open Flickr and we're gonna change that to 22. So it just a bit gives that a bit more flickering and something, just not static color. And now distortion, go to core distortion. You can change also glow distortion and all that stuff, you see, like, you know, change, but I didn't. I left it as it is, and only core distortion was changed. And simply changed it to 12. But, you know, you can change it to whatever number you want. Maybe 12, let's see. Yeah, 12 looks good. So I'm gonna leave it at 12. Okay, now let's change this, close this, and close this, and we're gonna pretty much work with the settings later on. So we have in total 6 masks right here. So what we want to do is we want to separate each one of them. The thing is, I really like Saber effect, but it would be really, really awesome if you could adjust each mask's end size and everything. So because right now if you change end size, it changes for all of the masks, and that isn't really cool for me. So as well as, for example, for color, if I change color here to, let's say, this, it changes for all of the masks. So to fix this, I have to make 6 separate Saber effects for each separate mask. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna duplicate the Saber layer 6 times. So Control D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 6? Yes. Okay. So select all of them, press M on your keyboard to bring up the masks, and we're just gonna delete these. So for the first one, just the first mask, second mask, and delete the first, and so on for the rest. So yeah, I mean, it would be a lot better if there was an option to change settings for each separate mask. So that would really be awesome. Okay, we can now close them down, turn them on, and we will have to go to toggle switch modes and set them to screen or either add, whichever you like better. I kind of like screen better. And now we can change colors. So I'm not gonna redo the exact colors I did in the preview, so I'm just gonna randomize whatever colors I feel like, and I'll be back in just a second. Okay, and now I'm gonna uncheck, let's see, I'm gonna uncheck all of them, these and also this, and I'm gonna go and set a keyframe for start offset and ends offset, and end offset, not soft, whatever, both to 0 with a keyframe. So now we can bring up our keyframes, and in the original I did 15 frames forward, so at this point, but again, it's up to you, it's however you like. And I'm gonna change start offset to 100, so it comes in like that. And you know, you can change the time that it takes for the light, whatever, to reach its end. You know, you can change it here. I'm gonna also go to keyframe assistant and make it easy ease. Okay, and the same process for all of the other keyframes. Oh, except for this one, because this is the other end of the X. Like, this is the one and this is the other leg. So I'm gonna simply paste the effect over, or the keyframes over. Let's say this one starts like 2 frames forward, so 2. With page down on your keyboard, you can move frames, page down up, and page up you'll go backwards, and page down you'll go forward. So let's move these keyframes to here, like so, And what I'm also gonna do right now is I'm gonna, oops, sorry. I want to separate the lines or the masks so I know which mask is for which layer, something like this. So I think, yeah, so that's correct. So I'm gonna take these and just change the color to, let's say, pink, so I know the difference for what is what. Which this one had the keyframes. Okay, let's turn that on. And let's take these keyframes, copy them, select this layer and paste them over. Let's go 4 frames forward. So again, page down, 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's move these to here. And so on, so on. I did that by 4 frames going forward. So now let's move to 8. Paste the keyframes. And let's say here we do 5 frames forward for this one. Okay, and then let's, instead of 8, let's do 7 frames forward. So let's say it starts, no, actually let's do 10 frames forward for this one. So paste. Okay, now let's see how that looks together. Okay, I think it looks good. I like how it's like flaming and everything. So what I want to do is, I don't remember if I did it in the preview, but I'm gonna quickly turn these ones off. Let's say I want the green one, instead of coming from top to bottom animation, I want it to come from the bottom to the top. So it's a bit different. But I think instead I'm gonna do for the letter, for this line, for the blue one. So it's pretty simple. We go back to the start for our keyframes, and instead of 0 here, I'm gonna set it to 100 for both. And then simply change the last one to 0. So the animation is actually backwards, the opposite way. Okay. And this way you can kind of variate. For example, this next one is gonna go the opposite way, see, like that. So they kind of meet, both blue and the pink color meets in the middle there. And let's say this one goes also the opposite way. So 100 and 100, and then for this one 0. So something like that. There's a bit of difference here, same as for here. Let's just quickly change these. I think I didn't do that in the preview. I don't know why, I just thought of it right now. So yeah. Okay, let's look again how that looks. I think I like this better. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with this. So this part is good, the letter X, and I'm gonna take this, the first layer, I'm gonna simply duplicate it, move it underneath here, turn it off, because we're gonna use it for our other letters. So I'm just gonna take all of these and pre-compose and name it X. And okay, like that. See, that looks nice. I'm gonna set it to screen. Okay, and now let's work with our other letters. F, V, F, X, and so on. So I'm gonna work with now, I'm gonna turn this one off. And so yeah, the process is the same. For example, for the V, let's try the letter V. Let's delete the mask. Letter V, I did it, I didn't do like for example, let me quickly show you. I didn't do it like this and then like that, so it's not sharp. I did it here and then a little turn, so it's more neat, you know, more smooth type of thing. But again, it depends on your taste. And for the letter F, I did it till here, then again a little curve down, and for this part, if there is any like connection on the letter, I simply did it like this, so it sort of comes in like that, and well, basically later on you will see. So the principle, the idea for all of the letters is the same. You do exactly the same as you did with the X. You make your masks, however many masks you want, and then you simply animate the timing and all of that thing. And once that's done, I'm gonna be back. Okay, so here is my letter V, and again, I'm gonna press mask, and as you can see, there are masks for each path. Here are the keyframes and everything. So yeah, the settings are the same and everything. I just animated them, and there you go. And the colors are exactly the same as in preview. So I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna pre-compose, name it V, click OK, and I still have to do F, and so on and so on. So here are all the letters already pre-composed, and actually what I did to save some time for myself, I took them from the original preview video. So yeah, don't judge me. Anyways, because you know that doesn't change anything, it's the same thing, it just saved me some time. So anyways, now we want to do is we want to, let's say, open X. I'm gonna copy this, and I'm gonna paste this Saber layer right here. And why is because I'm gonna turn off all of the layers except for V and X, because all of the animation is gonna start from the letter X. So I'm gonna also turn this one off. Mask, I'm gonna delete it, and I'm gonna take my pen tool, okay, and let's just see. So this, I'm gonna focus on the blue mask line or Saber line right there. So let's say around here, I'm gonna take okay, let's say something like this. Okay, and I'm gonna turn this back on and turn the V off, and once the line, this line right here, the pink one, meets with the F, or I mean the V letter, I'm gonna start the animation. Okay, so let's see where does it hit? At which point? Not yet. Not yet. Let's say from here, not yet really. Let's say from this frame here. Yes. So from this frame, I'm gonna take this V composition and move it to here. Maybe one frame backwards, like so. And now let's quickly see how that looks. I think it looks okay, but we still need to get rid of this line, obviously, right? Like it just can't be, you know, standing there and waiting for something as well. I think that the line maybe starts a bit too soon. Like this animation starts a bit too soon, so I'm gonna move it back, maybe even more. Something like that, and then around this point, I want the animation to start for letter V, maybe even around here. Yeah. Okay. And now what we do is we go to press U on our keyboard to see the keyframes. So it meets, let's say from this point, that this line will start to fade out this way. You'll see in a moment what I'm talking about. I hope this all makes some sort of sense. Okay, so let's go to here and let's go 4 frames forward. So 12, let's go to 16. And let's take the bottom one and move it here. Okay, just a bit of an offset. Okay, and for this, we're gonna go, let's say 21 frames forward. Let's say something like here. And we're gonna set this to 100. And now let's see how that looks. I think it looks good. And this line really looks like it's shooting out. So that's really awesome. I really like that look. Okay. And this also looks good, the animation. So, yeah, this part looks good, at least in my opinion. So I'm gonna take this, actually, I think I'm gonna move it underneath. And I'm just gonna till here, and I'm gonna Control-Shift-D to cut, so I don't have to waste that much of. So it's a bit easier for me to understand what is what. Okay, and now let's turn F. Which letter was the next? I don't even remember. Let's see, let's go with O as the next letter. Okay, so I'm gonna turn these off, rename this to V. Duplicated because the keyframes are gonna be pretty much the same. The only thing is gonna change is the mask. So let's see. For this one, maybe we could go with the green line, so, or the green mask here. So let's delete this mask. Let's see, where does this O starts? Here. So we want mask to go like that. And let's just draw something like this. Okay, I think that's good. Now let's turn it on. And let's change color to, let's say, I'm gonna actually change to the same color as this one, the first line, so it kind of blends in. So let's see, where's O? And I'm gonna take this color. Thank you very much. Just gonna simply change it. Okay, and same for the V. First color. Let's copy it so it blends a bit better. Okay. Now let's see. When does the green line okay, let's move it 1 frame forward. And also what would be really awesome is if there would be an option for gradient on the color. That would be really cool, because then I could go from green here and then blend it into blue. So, you know, just some ideas there. Okay. Let's see, when does this mask reach? Let's point, let's say around here. So I'm gonna take the O and drag it to here. Let's turn that on. Let's see how that looks together. Okay, I think it looks good. I actually even like it more than in the preview, that it comes out of the letter X, these masks of the letter X, instead of just like from the sides randomly. So yeah, I like it. Okay, let's move on to the next letter, which is gonna be let's go with letter F. So letter F. What I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna go like maybe like this, or like that way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go, let's try like this. So mask, let's delete this. Let's take and draw from here. My only concern is that it won't look as good as it overlaps. Let's try like this for now. Okay, and let's see when does it reach the bottom? Which one goes the pink? The pink. Okay, let's see, it reaches somewhere here. So I want that point for this to start going out. Maybe like here, like that. Okay, and then when it ends, let's say here, I want the F animation to start. As well, I need the color of the F, of the first one. So it's pink. Click OK. It's kind of perfect that this one is pink and this one will be pink. Okay, let's see how that looks. Okay, so far I think this is the best one yet, because this color is pink and the starting color is also pink, so that kind of really blends well together. Now I'm considering switching colors for each of the letters for the first colors. So yeah, just a thought. I'm not gonna do it because just save time on the tutorial. So yeah, next letter or last letter, letter N. Go to here, rename to N, and let's see. So we have picked, I think, this side, this. Now we have only this left. Yeah, let's see from where does the letter N start. So it starts from the bottom. So we could go maybe this, or because I don't want to do like some like this weird, so I'm gonna go like that. Okay, so mask, turn that off, and let's draw. So from here, like that. Where is our letter N? Okay, pen tool. So from here, let's go all the way around. Maybe a bit bigger loop, like that, all the way in like this. Okay, maybe let's adjust this. Like that. I mean, it's a pretty big loop, that's for sure. So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna look. Oh wait, I draw a mask right there. Yeah, I have to cut it off, paste it here. Okay, and the first color for letter N is what? It's green. Okay, so let's change to green. And why is it starting right there? Oh, because that layer is moved to the side. Yeah. Okay, no big deal. I'm just gonna move. I'm gonna wait. No, gonna move the mask to the side like that. Does it affect a bit? Unfortunately, so yeah, I have to be careful when doing these masks so they match. Okay, let's see, when does this end? It ends, let's say it meets here. So that's when we want our N, letter N animation to start here. Okay, and let's see how that looks. Looks good. Maybe a bit. Have to adjust because it's a bit off. You can kind of tell that it goes off, so I'm gonna move it to here so it blends a bit better like that. Okay, so now let's see it again. Yeah, that looks good, as well as that the color match. Both are green and that looks good. So yeah, now I'm gonna turn all of them on and see how that looks together. Okay, that looks good, I think. Even though it overlaps right here, it still looks good, I think. Yeah, it's pretty smooth. I like the animation and everything, and all the letters start at the same time. Well, you can change that, obviously, you know, start with the V, F, X, or whatever letters you have. But all in all, I really like this. I think I like it even more than the original, the preview version. Yeah. Also in the preview, what I did, I'm gonna quickly just turn all off, except, let's just say leave N on. What I did is I duplicated this, and I think I changed it to arc reactor. So it gives that like electric look to it. So I think I even reduced the core size or glow. I think I reduced something. I reduced, so it just gives that a bit that electric look to it. But that's, you know, that's totally optional how you want it. So for this, I'm gonna turn it off because I think it looks a lot better without it for this particular example right here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There's still that like sort of explosion, which is really easy to do. You just make a new solid, optical flares, you know, optical flares. Add that, place it in center. It was above the X, you know, change some settings and just play with the scale and brightness, and that's it. And that's how I created it. So there is no magic or whatever to it. So pretty simple stuff. I'm not gonna cover it because it's very easy to do. And this, I just want to make this tutorial as short as possible. So I hope you did understand what I showed here. I'm not really sure if I did explain it very well. It's kind of late, but yeah, that's no excuse. Anyways, I hope you did learn something, and if you have any questions, leave them down below in comments, and I'll try to answer your question the best I can. As well, if you want this template, you can message me on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, or email me, or however you can reach me, and I'll give you the download link. So yeah, please subscribe, like this video, share with your friends, family, random people on the street, however you can share it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you like this video, and I hope you subscribe. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye.